The secret to compression lies in the attack time. And the mantra you need to remember is that if you want to add attack to the sound of your compression, you'll want to add attack time to your compressor. If you want to add attack to the sound of your compression, you want to add attack time. And of course, the opposite of that is also true. Now, in theory, that sounds really easy, but let's actually do some audio examples because the ear training is really key here. So here's a drum loop without compression. And kick in some compression. Now, of course, we want to dial in settings that sound good to us, not rely on the stock settings here. So let's take another listen, but we're going to speed up the attack as fast as it can go. We'll make up the gain. Now, you should notice that this sounds a little distorted, but it's also really smooth. No compression. All the punch and the kick. And the snare. Now it's just gone. Buttery smooth. It's a cool sound. If you want that kind of sound. But now let's slow the attack time and listen for how that buttery smooth sound turns into a more percussive, transient sound. As we add attack time, we'll add attack to the sound. Right, much more natural sound here. We're getting a few less dB of reduction. We could pull the threshold down. But now you hear the pop of every sound. No compression. Little loose. A little bit more punchy at that slower attack, 35 milliseconds. Let's speed it back up again. Where'd the drums go? I almost have to whisper because they got so quiet. Make up the gain. That fast attack time is just rounding out all of the impact, all the immediacy. Really cool sound though. Slow it down again. Ah, there's all the punch. Right? Now you might say, but that's kind of overdone. That's too much. It doesn't mean the attack time is right or wrong. It might just mean there's too much of the effect overall. So of course you could loosen up on the threshold, pull the gain down, and now we're only getting 6 to maybe 10 dB of reduction. Much more natural sound. Let's turn the compressor off. Maybe it's a little bit louder with the compression. Natural sound. And just a little added attack with our added attack time, 40 milliseconds. But again, maybe you don't want attack. Maybe you want to smooth out the sound. Speed it up. But we get more gain reduction, right? So again, let's loosen up on the threshold. And again, 6 to 8 dB of compression. Doesn't sound overly distorted now. A little distorted, but not too much. Turn the compression off. Ah, there's all that poke in the drums. Ah, they're still present loudness-wise, but now they're nice and smooth. And of course, if you want to overdo either of these sounds, you just simply have to pull down the threshold and engage more effect. Really smooth. Really punchy. So as you can see, there's a lot of back and forth between adjusting the attack time, the threshold, the makeup gain, keeping an eye on how much gain reduction we're getting the entire time, and of course, keeping your ears open to listening to the effect change on what we're actually mixing. But this is the key at the end of the day. You have to understand the concept that adding attack time will add attack to the sound, or reducing the attack time will reduce the sound of the attack, will round out the front end of the sound. It's an easy concept to understand, but getting familiar with that workflow and getting familiar with the ear training of what those different attack times sound like, how much that gain reduction sounds like, that is the next step in the puzzle. So I hope that opened up your ears a little bit. Hit subscribe, leave some comments down below if this video helped you out. Thank you for watching Roy Thompson Audio, and I'll see you next time.